So hello Red Eye. We're going to be talking about the RCBS 304 scale today. This I got in a recent buyout, and this thing is amazing. Previous to the RCBS 304 model, they had the more scientific labeling, and the same company that makes the RCBS model makes the Ohaus Dialograin. It's the model, Dialograin is the model, and it holds up to 1,110 grains. Now, this second scale that's in here actually has all these extra features that we're going to talk about. So, and you can see it's in this beautiful case. So, without further ado, let's get started. So, this is the RCBS 304 scale. I'm not sure when they came out with them. I know the previous models in through the 70s were the Ohaus, and then I believe this came out in the late 80s. I'll fact check that and see. The 304 scale is basically the Dialograin. You're going to see the similarities when I talked about the second one. It has 1,000 grains, a triple beam. It's double beam, and then you have this dial here, which is an amazing feature. The rear beam goes 0 to 1,000, the front beam goes 0 to 100, and then you have this that goes up to 10. So you can see there, get a little zoom, goes up to 10, and there are your other two. So basically you dial it in. You go through your large grains in the back, the tens, then you could bring it in down to tenths of a grain, and you can even go in between depending on how you look at it there. It has this huge hanger, big bowl, well, pan, but this one has the Ohaus trickler. But then an added feature is since you're trickling in, you have this little platform that you can set higher and higher as needed, so that you can put your trickler on it and have it be precise. See, you put it there and it goes onto the base so it doesn't shake the pan. And then you could take this pan, you pull this off the hanger, and underneath, if you remember my previous video about zeroing your scale, underneath has the same idea as the others for you to calibrate it. You can hear it in there. So, and then once you have it all together, you also have the fine-tune adjustment here, up here, to make sure that you can zero it. Okay? So that is the 304 scale. Now let's switch over to the Ohaus model that comes in this plexiglass case, and I'll show you some added features. All right, here we have the Ohaus Dialograin. First, it's in a plexiglass box. Does have a crack here at the top, but it's been fixed and it's good to go. Now, in here, you have the original Ohaus trickler with the box. If that tells you anything about the time period. But then this is where it goes even further. So, you have a bubble level. So you get that focus, you have a bubble level, which means you can level this. It tells you if it's perfectly flat, but it gets better. You even have these little feet here. You have these little feet here. There's one on both sides. You can see the other one back there. And then you have one over here. So you can do all three axes. And it gets better yet. This comes with additional feet that you could switch it out if it's not long enough, or if you want to make another one. Okay, the Dialograin, the only issue with this scale that I can tell is that over time the glue here has come off, which I'm going to fix that. But it has the same features as the other with the adjustable platform, so you can put your trickler. You have the same gate on the bottom, a little panel on the bottom of the hanger, so that you can adjust your calibration. And this was me testing it out, that it holds 0. The one thing I noticed about this is that it doesn't have the same dampening, which is probably why it's in this case. Because with the fan on in here, and there it is, right on the money, 0. With the fan on here, this thing would dance a little bit. Doesn't have the same dampening. However, they are amazing hard to find beautiful scales that are accurate. I had to share this. I'm not going to be keeping this because I actually have another one that's older yet that I'm keeping for myself. So that one I had before this buyout. So that is the Ohaus dial-a-grain scale. Little overview there so that we could share. And I know some of you may never have seen one of these, and I just wanted to make sure you got a chance to see this before it goes to its new home. So, all right, guys. Well, thank you so much for spending your little bit of time here with Red Eye. I hope I enlightened you, taught you something, and I'll see you on the next video.